Team Gervonta Tank Davis, Tank Davis's fans, and the Tankomaniacs, they all saying that now Devin Haney is ducking Tank Davis. He done ran off with his swag and he done ran away from the fight after talking all of that ish for years and years, and now he's super quiet and don't want no smoke. Is he really ducking Gervonta Davis? Well, we're going to talk about it in this video. I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. But before we do that, make sure that you hit my like button and sub to the channel if you're not already subscribed to the channel.
Niggas wanna be like me, niggas wanna be around me, walk through the club like me. I don't even need ID, they already know who I be.
I don't even need ID, they already know who I be.
I wanna be like Tank, and I want to be like Tank.
Everywhere I go, I hear that Devin Haney ducking Tank, and he jacked this swag and he wanna be like Tank. Look at the pictures, look at his clothes, look at the purse, look what he got on. He wanna be like Tank. He try to do everything like Tank. He even wanna have power like Tank, and now he ducking Tank. He didn't wanna fight Tank, he just wanted to be like Tank. Well, let's talk about it. Recently, I've been hearing a lot of stories with who Devin Haney is going to sign with. What is Devin Haney going to do next? Now, we all know that Gervonta Davis right now, he's incarcerated. He'll be out soon. He'll probably be out within the next few weeks or the next month, for sure. You know what I'm talking about? So he's going to be out soon. So we haven't been able to hear anything from Tank. So when I say Team Tank, I mean all the Gervonta Davis fans, all of his fanatics, and the Tankomaniacs. When I'm hearing from all of y'all just saying that he's ducking Tank. It ain't no excuse. He should be trying to fight Gervonta Davis in his next fight, and absolutely nobody else but Tank Davis, because he been calling out Tank for a long time, and every time he has a fight already lined up, he calls out Tank. It's always Tank. And now that Devin Haney is a free agent and Tank don't have no fight lined up yet, he don't have no fight lined up yet, and it looks like Devin Haney is free to move and go wherever he want to go. You haven't heard him mention Gervonta Tank Davis. So that's what they saying. You know what I'm talking about? And so that equals to them that he is ducking Tank. He ain't said nothing about Tank. You know, he ducking Tank. And now we recently seen Bill Haney saying that he will be fighting Regis Prograis next. He moving up to 140 pounds, and he going after Regis Prograis WBC strap at 140. And them talks really got real after we seen Regis Prograis put on a lackluster performance this past weekend in his hometown. And then we seen Devin Haney and Regis Prograis immediately on the phone after the fight, you know, FaceTiming each other, and they was talking their ish. Devin Haney saying that he gonna beat Regis Prograis ass. Regis Prograis saying, hey, don't let this fight that you just saw tonight get you fooled. I'ma beat your ass. So that's a dangerous fight in itself, you know what I'm saying? Regis Prograis ain't no pushover. However the fight went this weekend is however it went. You know, sometimes people don't have their best performances in their hometown, but I guarantee you that Regis gonna be in his A game the next fight. And if that next fight is Devin Haney for the WBC strap, for Regis Prograis' WBC strap at 140, well, Devin Haney gonna have a lot of problems on his hand with Regis. I guarantee you that. Not saying that Devin Haney can't win the fight, because I can see Devin Haney outboxing Regis Prograis. It's all about how much movement he uses, how his jab is pumping that night, and if he can take Regis Prograis' power. So it's a hell of a fight. I'm not saying it's not a 50-50 fight. I see it as a 50-50 fight right now. It's going to be a tough fight for Devin Haney either way to step up to a new division and get straight in there with Regis Prograis. So that's who Devin Haney is pretty much linked to right now. Also, we've heard that Devin Haney is on the verge of signing with Skills Challenge, the Saudi promotional company, and they got long money. They just signed Deontay Wilder, and they previously had signed Usyk. So it seems like that everything's on the table for Bill Haney and Devin, but Tank. Now, let me talk about this, right? And I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all because it's a lot of different ways that you can go with this situation. For one, right? I believe that Devin Haney cannot make 135 pounds no more. And if he does make the weight, he's not going to be healthy. We seen that man looking like that he rose out the casket when they was trying to sneak him out of the unofficial weigh-in, when he had the hoodie on and the glasses and the baseball cap and all of that. And they was trying to hide him. They didn't want the media to see how bad he looked after he weighed in for Vasyl Lomachenko. We also found out that it took him more than one try to make the weight. So he cannot make the weight. Really, if you keep it 100, I don't want to see him fight Gervonta Davis or Shakur Stevenson at 135. Now, should he be trying to entertain a Gervonta Davis fight after talking all of that shit that he's been talking for years and years, after all of the back and forth between him and Gervonta Davis, now that he is a free agent? Absolutely. He should be trying to entertain the fight. Now, he should be trying to at least see if Gervonta Davis is willing to make a fight with him at a catchweight. We haven't heard Bill Haney or Devin Haney say nothing about talking to Steven Espinoza in Showtime or Al Heyman. They haven't mentioned talking to them. They've mentioned they were trying to make a deal with Bob. Then we heard Eddie Hearn. Now we hearing the skills promotion with the Saudis. But we ain't heard nothing about the PBC, Showtime, or Al Heyman. And we all know that's where Gervonta Davis at. He got a contract with Al Heyman and Showtime. But we also haven't heard Steven Espinoza or none of the people from Showtime say anything about Devin Haney. So it kind of looked like it go both ways. Now we've heard Gervonta Davis's coach, Calvin Ford, and Kenny Ellis, right? Now Kenny Ellis, let me give a shout out to Kenny because he always wanted all the smoke for Tank. Calvin Ford, not so much. We heard Calvin, the first thing that was coming out of his mouth was a rematch with Isaac Cruz. And Calvin Ford was saying everything but let's fight Devin Haney. Now that he saw Devin Haney performance, against Vasyl Lomachenko, which I think that Devin Haney won that fight, now he's starting to say, yeah, we want Devin. But he wasn't saying that before. But like I said, Kenny Ellis was always saying that he wanted Devin and everybody else in the division. So that's a whole different story in itself. Gervonta Davis, like I said, he's not able to speak for himself right now. So only his coaches and his team can speak for him. So it's pretty much up to Devin Haney to be calling out Gervonta Davis. He could call out Gervonta Davis and say, hey, let's do it at a catchweight. He could go holler at Al Heyman. He could holler at Steven Espinoza. He could holler at Tank's team and say, look, I want to fight Tank. Let's do it at a catchweight. I can't make 135. Now, the first mistake that I'm not even going to say Devin Haney made, that Bill Haney made, was going around getting on all these platforms telling everybody that Devin Haney wasn't going to have no problem making 135, that Devin Haney was staying at 135 to defend all his straps after he beat Vasyl Lomachenko. And Devin Haney wasn't saying that in his interviews. Devin Haney was saying, look, I got to see how I feel. It depends on how I feel after I fight Vasyl Lomachenko, then I'll make my decision. But Bill Haney was saying, nah, we fighting at 135. We staying at 135, running his mouth. And so now people looking at it like, if he move up, he ducking. He ducking Shakur and he ducking Tank because Bill should have kept his mouth closed and just said, look, if anybody want to see us after the Lomachenko fight, they could see us at 140. We moving up to 140, and if it's a big enough fight, we'll fight at a catchweight, but we ain't fighting at 135 no more. And also, right, you got a lot of Devin Haney fans saying, well, if he move up to 140, he gonna come back down and defend his straps. If he move up to 140, when he move up to 140, because come on now, that's what he gonna do. When he move up to 140, he not coming back down and defending those straps. Let's stop faking and flogging and let's keep it 100. You know what I'm talking about? He can't make the weight now. What you think it's going to be like for him to try to make the weight after he move up them 5 pounds and fight at 140? He sure ain't going to be able to come back down and make the weight. Y'all sound like some damn idiots. So that ain't happening. You know what I'm talking about? So my take on it is that Devin Haney and Bill Haney, they need to drop them belts and they need to keep it 100 and just say, look, and maybe not even drop the belts just, after they get a title shot at 140, after they already have it signed, sealed, and delivered against Regis Prograis or whoever they gonna fight at 140, and I believe it's gonna be Regis, then they need to relinquish the titles and just say, look, you know what I'm saying, we moved up to 140. Of course, you want to hold on to the titles until you make that official announcement, until you get that fight signed, sealed, and delivered. But after that, relinquish the titles. And that's what I see them doing. But keep it 100. Just let everybody know, look, I want to fight Shakur. I want to fight Tank, but we can't make 135. So if they want some smoke, come holler at us at 140, or, you know, we can do a deal for a catchweight. Simple as that. But as long as they keep running around holding them straps, not keeping it 100 about having difficulties and not being able to make 135, people gonna call him a duck. And until then, I can't defend the shit. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's what it looked like. And also, he need to say something about Gervonta Davis. Once Tank get out from doing his time, I want to hear Devin Haney call out Gervonta Tank Davis. Keep the same energy you had when you wasn't a free agent. Keep the same energy you had when you had, you know, other fights lined up already. Keep that same energy and let Tank Davis know, hey, you fought at 140 already, come see me. Or you didn't fought at catchweights already, come see me. But he need to be on his helmet. And when Tank get out, I need to hear him do the same shit. But other than that, you know, it is what it is. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. Drop a comment in the comment section. Make sure that y'all hit my like button. And y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone.
Down, leaning to the right with the bass up loud. I slide, glide, choking on that needle.
2 miles per hour, so everybody see.